Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season, and now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past, and tonight we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Indianapolis Colts taking on the NFC champions. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, these Colts, a trendy pick to get to the Super Bowl prior to the season, and they lived up to the hype and then some, and now they shoot for their second win as residents of Indianapolis and their third Super Bowl title overall.
And conjuring up images of 2007 when they won Super Bowl 41 with one guy named, what was it again? Peyton Manning at quarterback when they beat the Bears. Remember, that was played in the rain, and that was also played where?
Miami.
Right here where we are now. And then the Baltimore Colts, they won Super Bowl V over the Dallas Cowboys. Do you remember who kicked the winning field goal in that one?
Ooh,
Come on.
No.
One Jim O'Brien.
Oh, Jimmy boy.
Knocks down the winning field.
And right away, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Striking first in any game is very important, but on this stage, the biggest of stages in the Super Bowl, that's huge.
You fully expect the other team to battle all the way through, but when you're the one setting the pace, jumping out in front, that has to feel great for the entire organization.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 22-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Taylor. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. He had the big touchdown run on the first drive, and more room to maneuver right there.
And the big guys up front, they're feeling chesty and strong, creating nice openings for him.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Brissett. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Now a give, right side. Taylor, and down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Brissett. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Throwing, Brissett. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing is Wilson. Space to maneuver at the 40. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And all the way up to the 46.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a 1st down. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now it's Carson trying to run inside, but nothing there. There to stop him was Darius Leonard. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On 2nd down, here's Penny. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Back to the ground. This time it's Hyde. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 5 now. Wilson hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive line.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, 27 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Here we go. Come on, get the flag. Check 56. Watch the run. Watch the run. Right there. 56.
We're set on 1st down. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Here's Brissett. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And down inside the 15 he goes. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the 1st down. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity in the ball game. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. To throw is Brissett. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the...
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Here's Taylor. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
This is 3rd and goal. Brissett to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Go.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. They set up the screen to Penny. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Well, that second down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with third and long.
58, boys, 58, Mike. Switch up. 25. Check 15. Hey, look.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Let's go now. 56. Hey, come on. 56. Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
Brissett to throw on first. Dancing to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Ready? 56. Check 56.
Looking to throw again on second down. Brissett, and a big loss here as he's taken down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jaron Reed providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Wilson. Escaping the pressure, and a big loss here as he's taken down. DeForest Buckner, excellent job on that play. A big loss, 18 yards. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Watch the pass.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got Lockett. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run on first down. Carson, and very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Wilson throwing quickly out to Lockett. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 33. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33.
I'm going back to you. Alert.
Here's Wilson to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They go to the ground again with Taylor. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Let's set a tone. Check. 56 to Mike, boys. 56 to 1.
The give to Taylor. And he's got room. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. 65 yards. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Brissett goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here.
Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
It's complete to Lockett. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big 30-yard play on third.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. On first down, it's Carson. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On second down, Hyde. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Watching that play unfold or watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. The Seahawks on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Wilson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Wilson now off the bootleg. Rolling to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
On second down, it's Carson. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Walker, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Brissett. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Let's go. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. Complete to Hilton. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor, and he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. The clock showing 2 minutes even in what's been a memorable Super Bowl 54. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the 45 on 2nd down, Brissett. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Brissett going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, right there.
They'll run with Taylor. On the tackle that time, Bruce Irvin. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
56.
Now Brissett. He's got it to Hilton. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
I got you. Check it back. Check it.
Brissett. He's going to let this go end zone for Hilton. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown. And they've broken our tie here in the final minute. Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season, and now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past, and tonight we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Indianapolis Colts taking on the NFC champions. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, these Colts, a trendy pick to get to the Super Bowl prior to the season, and they lived up to the hype and then some, and now they shoot for their second win as residents of Indianapolis and their third Super Bowl title overall.
Yeah, and conjuring up images of 2007 when they won Super Bowl 41 with one guy named, what was it again? Peyton Manning at quarterback when they beat the Bears. Remember, that was played in the rain, and that was also played where?
Miami.
Right here where we are now. And then the Baltimore Colts, they won Super Bowl V over the Dallas Cowboys. Do you remember who kicked the winning field goal in that one?
Ooh.
Come on.
No.
One Jim O'Brien.
Oh, Jimmy boy.
Knocks down the winning field goal, and the Colts win that one over the Cowboys. So this Colts team seeking another Super Bowl title.
Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they are back again in the big game. It's their fourth appearance, but all coming since the year 2000, Charles.
They've been in it 3 times total, right? Lost 2 prior, right? Lost once in Detroit to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Remember, Mike Holmgren was the head coach of that team. And then they lost that heartbreaker to the New England Patriots when Russell Wilson was picked off. But the win, oh, it was magnificent. That was back in the New York, New Jersey metropolitan area, Super Bowl 48. And remember, they just rolled over the Denver Broncos and Peyton Manning in that one. They'd like to have that kind of performance again in this one.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Taylor. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 33. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis! With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf, 74 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Brissett. And the catch made by Hilton. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Check, 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 check. 36, 36.
Here's Brissett. He finds Taylor, complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Brissett on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Justin Houston in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hey, hey. Wide, get wide. 14, got it.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. And he's going to go down again. DeForest Buckner, he's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Operating from the gun. Wilson, flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, and it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
These two teams all tied after one. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They run with Taylor. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
First down, Brissett. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. From midfield now on second down. Brissett caught left side by Hilton. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Brissett. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Mox 56. Mox 56. Come on. Check.
Now we give to Taylor. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Gun, Brissett. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
1st down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Wilson. They set up the screen to Penny. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Wilson. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Here's Wilson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Wilson airing it out for Olsen. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They'll get 3 out of the dump-off there, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. To throw again is Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Got it. 53.
Wilson will throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
It's now 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked out since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 10. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz, too fast to handle.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw, Brissett. Catch made here by Campbell. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
It's now 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 out low. Quit talking about it and bring it. Slam.
On 3rd down, Taylor. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a give, right side. Carson. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. He's got Lockett. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Oh, here we go. Oh.
Now a give, right side. It's Carson, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
That's another Seahawks 1st down.
1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now Wilson on first down. Flushed out right. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it second and goal. They'll run for it with Hyde. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal. Here's Hyde, third and goal. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. Fourth down now after a loss of 2. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And thee coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
From the gun, here's Brissett. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
I got one. Zebra. Hey, check 20.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, Wilson. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. The clock showing 2 minutes even in what's been a memorable Super Bowl 54. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 15. First down, Seahawks. Wilson now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Penny. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. We've had some wild Super Bowl finishes recently. 49 in Arizona, 51 in Houston, now this one. Here's Wilson. Now he's flushed out left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 6